The Synergy project is all about bringing students together. PhD students across campus in NUI Galway can feel very isolated at times, both socially and with their research.
So one of the reasons for getting involved in supporting the Synergy project was that from previous life I realised the isolation that students can feel when they're involved in research. They're not exactly sure of what they should be doing or how they should be doing it.
There was great excitement, there was support from a postgraduate student, there was support from staff, and I just got the feeling that there was a great opportunity, and there was potential, and there was interest in doing this.
By talking with other students and sharing their ideas and their questions with them, they can find solutions that perhaps they won't find always in a textbook.
The idea for the Synergy project came together between myself and Dr. Raghavendra, part of the Department of Economics, and we both decided that we wanted to change the model of how research is done on campus. My motivation for this was based on the role I have as postgraduate officer with the Student Union and Dr. Raghavendra. So the two of us came together. We both had similar agendas and we synergized them into one, hence the Synergy project.
I thought it was a great way to firstly organise my own work in terms of a poster, to condense it. Even from here today I see that there are students from across all 5 colleges of the university.
It was a great way to get feedback on my research from different perspectives throughout the university.
There are very few, if any, opportunities for postgraduate research students to meet across the colleges, so I think Synergy is very positive in that respect.
And the most important objective was to get a discussion going amongst postgraduate students with their academic peers, with other postgraduate students and across the disciplines. This was not available previously, and it's a forum where people can explore their own ideas, their thoughts. They can have it sanitised by other academics or experts in that field, and it's a real opportunity for somebody who's very keen on a subject or a topic to network with other people, to find out about other people, to increase their own networks and to discuss their projects and probably have them more sanitised as a result of that discussion.
We've done it 2 or 3 times now over the last year, and each time it seems to be getting bigger and bigger, and there's more interest in it.
It was not surprising to me, but maybe to others, in terms of just the vibrancy, diversity, and also in terms of the talent and capability of our sort of PhD students at NUI Galway.
This is our 3rd event for the Synergy project, and after each event I've been swapping details and meeting up with other PhD students and definitely collaborating with others as a result of the Synergy project.
Posters are a traditional academic way to communicate, but equally important is the student being with the poster and being able to answer questions from people outside their field.
So you can have the case where a student who sits beside you all day, every day, is doing research that might be similar to your own and you don't actually know too much about it. So in this Synergy project, it allowed students to talk to other students, to showcase their research and to understand what other students were doing. So it might have been in the same discipline, it might have been in a different discipline, but they might have found that there were synergies between what they were all studying and what they could understand from each other and their own experiences.
I think what you see today is just a huge diversity in terms of intellect, creativity, capacity and enthusiasm and energy to really engage in terms of beyond the scientific aspects of their research, but also in terms of in accessible ways.
It gives you a deadline as a researcher to get your work in place. It also gets a number of people together and a group together to discuss their own ideas, and I think it is a great opportunity in the long term to have it first as a researcher, to have that you have put your work out there in terms of an event such as this, and with the plenty of people that are involved, and the support behind it is great as well.
I'd say depending on a lot of the people who put in the effort behind it, and if effort like that is maintained in the future, then it probably is sustainable.
Especially as it's going to be a regular thing and it's going to build a little bit more, I think, in terms of having that as a benchmark as a researcher to get your work out there and also mix with other peers is a huge asset.
It's a requirement now on campus. There is support for it. It's gone university. Each of the colleges has had the Synergy event, so very much so it is sustainable.
Based on the success of the Synergy project this year and based on the feedback that I've been getting from both the students and the academics that have helped with this project, we feel that we have to develop it further next year. we need to get more PhD students involved across the colleges next year.
I think there has been small positive changes towards how things are going to develop in the future, but I do think it is a small step and it will develop over the next few years.
You're always going to have a continuous flow of students that take particular areas of research very seriously, and they want to bring it also to the public domain. It's one thing to sit in a room and keep it to yourself, but I think it's very important to share your ideas.
This is something that we should be doing for our students, so we must make it sustainable.
And we're also hoping to hold a university event next year, inviting PhD students from UL and from GMIT. So we're going to expand year on year, and hopefully after a few years each of the colleges will take ownership of their own synergy events, and the organisation will be shared across the colleges.
I think at the start I would be very supportive of the scheme going forward in subsequent years, because I think it will gain traction, and as students talk to other students about their positive experiences with this project, I think it has the potential to do that.
Synergy in 3 words would be research, speed, dating.
Insightful, thought-provoking and good opportunity.
The reason I say this is that it allows students and staff members to understand what someone is doing, what their research entails in a very short time period, and then move on to the next project and understand that as well.
Collaboration, learning and improvement.
So people aren't, I suppose, overawed with what the research entails, but they get a quick summary and a quick soundbite of what the research is all about.
Positive, collaborative, useful.